south of 199th Street or Ives Dairy Road on US 441. So we know not much ahead. If this driver continues on that same route, this person will be back near the U.S. Golden Glades.
Yeah, he's heading towards Miami Gardens area, if he's not already in the city of Miami Gardens. And like you mentioned, Terrell, heading towards the Golden Glades, where there's quite a few major roadways. He could be, maybe that's the route he's trying to take, trying to get on one of the busy intersections. You've got the Turnpike, US 441, as we had mentioned, that he's on. He can get back on the Palmetto or I-95.
Just made a turn to head westbound on 188th Street. Now he's back in the neighborhood there. This is Miami Gardens neighborhood, back into their jurisdiction. So Miami Gardens police obviously on hot pursuit. They are, even though you don't see them hot on the trail, they know his or her every move. They know where this driver, which turns they are deciding to take. And this is a southbound street that is just to the west of US 441. Back in the neighborhood here, circling.
And you mentioned you're in a neighborhood, and there are a number of schools in these areas, and it is getting closer to 2 o'clock, time for some of these elementary schools to be opening their doors and letting students out, so we should be seeing some more buses on the roads here shortly as well, which just adds to the dangerousness of this situation.
Yeah, more school buses on the road, more kids leaving schools with their backpacks, crossing the streets with crossing guards and standing at bus stops. A very dangerous situation as this afternoon goes on. And this driver, of course, does not care how many curbs he hops, how many drivers he cuts off. He is or she is in a very desperate act to get away.
Very careless and just erratic.
So this, I'm being told this is Northwest 183rd Street, now heading westbound. This is westbound on Northwest 183rd Street. Again, this is far west of US 441 at this point. Approaching another major intersection, has a van blocking the path, but he doesn't care. Hops that center median, spins out.
Goodness.
Spins out, but keeps going at some point.
There's one.
Now it appears that there's something wrong with the rear tire.
Yes.
The rear tire appears to have blown out. So we'll have to confirm if perhaps police officers used a stop stick or at some point, but that rear tire is blown out. But as far as for now, you're looking live at these pictures. This driver is continuing to move.
We want to get right up to some breaking news right now. We have a police pursuit going on in deep Miami-Dade, very South Miami-Dade. This is the Turnpike southbound. And Terrell Fournet has been following this for us. Listening to the scanners. Terrell, exactly where are we, and do we know where everything started?
Yeah, police hot on the trail of this white Chevy Tahoe. This is actually in the northbound lanes of the Florida Turnpike. That's how crazy this police pursuit has been. We're told that this is just north of Southwest 152nd Street. And we do know that a number of police officers are in their cars following this Chevy Tahoe. It's unclear why this man is, or why the person behind the wheel is wanted in the first place, but we do know that Miami-Dade police are also in the air closely monitoring this situation. This has certainly been a very wild chase that we saw it first start in the southbound lanes of the Florida Turnpike. The person behind the wheel got off of the highway at some point. They were weaving around the streets. They went as far as Southwest 312th Street, weaved around in US 1, even moving at some points in the wrong lanes of US 1. But so far, no one has been injured as far as we have learned here in our Local 10 newsroom. But yeah, some pretty crazy pictures that we are watching as we see Miami-Dade police closing in on this white Chevy Tahoe. So if you know of anyone in the area who perhaps is on the Florida Turnpike, it's not going to be long before they approach the 836 area. But if you know somebody on the Florida Turnpike, just let them know to be on the lookout and be very careful if they are on the road. We're going to stay with these pictures for a little while, Christy and Constance, just to see how this scene all plays out.
And certainly hope that it plays out safely here. It comes to some sort of a safe end as we watch this driver. So again, I want to make sure, I had mentioned that it was southbound, but you're saying that he then got, or she, whoever this person is, got off the turnpike and turned around going now northbound. Is that correct?
That is correct. The chase first started in the southbound lanes of the Florida Turnpike is what we understand. It carried on through some streets across southwest Miami-Dade, and at some point when the person got around southwest 184th Street, he entered the turnpike, but in the...
Vamos a quitar el sonido. We don't need to hear that.
As you can see, sort of weaving through traffic and even weaving through the emergency lanes at some point. You see that van just got out of the way there,
Run,
trying
Forrest!
to avoid these fast-moving vehicles that are right on their tails. But yeah, this highway has been on. I'm sorry, this chase has been on and off the highway at some point. And we are still trying to figure out exactly what this person is wanted for. Obviously, when police catch up with them, they will face a number of charges. It appears that they're just passing Kendall Drive right now, again, in the northbound lanes of the Florida Turnpike.
This is actually, Terrell, we're hearing this, that he might now be on the Don Shula Expressway northbound. Anyone who lives in southwest Miami-Dade already knows how congested this area gets, especially around lunchtime. So that's a major concern as he, whoever this driver is, continues north. We are confirming that, yes, this driver is now heading north on State Road 874, the Don Shula Expressway, just past Kendall Drive, and now heading towards that entrance ramp towards the Palmetto Expressway.
Yeah, that's the information that I'm just getting as well. He left the Florida Turnpike and got on the 874 northbound. So right now he's at a point, as you see, this driver now getting in, once again, into that emergency lane to avoid traffic. Now approaching the area of the 826. So we know these police pursuits can be very unpredictable, and that's why they're dangerous, as a matter of fact.
No sé, para mí eso, no sé, buena repetición.
To get away, they will do anything, they will put anyone in danger just to try
Sí.
and get away. We saw that Coral Gables sign there, so it appears that he's still approaching the area of the 826. So just south of there on the 874, it appears that this is where it is. But you see that Miami-Dade police cruiser right on the tail there. But we are fortunate that this is not rush hour, because it could be a lot, plenty more cars on the road as well.
Well, Terrell, I'll tell you, that driver is heading towards the 826, 836. Anyone who lives in Miami knows how congested that gets. There's ongoing...
Está bueno, eso era para que se entretuviera un rato. Grande Faro for real. Jaja.
On the 826